this is the first time I've been involved in a campaign where I feel like we didn't just win something, but we actually saved our country.
Yes.
That's a different kind of feeling, because you're usually moving the ball to get a few regulations cut, or maybe to stop a tax increase or something like that. But this one was just a whole different ball game. And there's so many special people that came in to make this happen. And you're all in the room, and there's about another crowd this size too that were core of the California team. And people ask, how did we do what we did out here? Because we didn't walk a single precinct in California for Donald Trump, right? And we got our 33% out here, which we knew we would. But we were assigned Florida and North Carolina and Michigan and Arizona, right? And Colorado and a few other states where we absolutely had impact. And I even had the guys from Nashville call and say, Tim, they don't believe your numbers in California, and they've cleared out other states. We're a non-battleground state, right? Non-battleground. They said they've closed all the other non-battleground state offices and sent those people out to walk precincts in other states. You're the only guy left. And they can't believe your numbers that are coming out. Well, I sent them back. I said, look, we got 20 phone banks. We have people like Astrid. Where's Astrid? People like Astrid who just stepped up and said, yeah, I got this, right?
Good on Astrid.
And you say, what is the prerequisite you need to run a phone bank for Donald Trump? And really, the only prerequisite you need is a strong desire to save your country, right? That's all you need it. And everything else just comes natural. And so, that was excellent. There's so many people to thank. Certainly Malcolm here. Now, so, there's stories to be told. About Vegemite, and the Vegemite song. But there's stories to be told. But one of the stories to be told is that this campaign grew really quick. It was very small in the primary, went state to state to state. When California had our primary, I had 20 state directors walking precincts in LA. So how's that happening? How's the Iowa state director out here? Because that's the way this campaign was built. Very small, very lean. Now, that said, Malcolm, we were able to officially make him an offer in June, which means he volunteered April and May, and he didn't get paid until October because this campaign was still struggling to work out its financial systems. And it took that long, and he eventually came in. I said, Malcolm, I don't know if you're ever going to get paid, as I was reading the Politico article saying Tim Clark's never been paid. I'm reading this going, and my wife's calling me saying, honey, and I'm reading this, and so I said to Malcolm, I'm not sure you're ever going to get paid. And he says, don't worry about it, mate. We're saving the country, right? But just incredible enthusiasm for a volunteer who eventually did get paid, right? Which is good.
Yeah.
But had his car stolen along the way, and his jacket.
That's why I'm wearing my old jeans.
Vegemite. It was just not a good thing, all in all. But something else and there's so many stories to tell, and I know that it's not fair to just tell a few, but I want to tell a few. Mac Young, where's Mac? So
Yay.
Mac Young, we had this awful thing called Trump Talk, and I'm sure it was designed to put us through hell so that we could just be happy about everything else. But we got this thing called Trump Talk, and I know why it is, because we were using Call Fire. You heard Call Fire, and Call Fire was disrespectful to the Trump campaign in the primary. And so the Trump campaign from somebody somewhere said, we are not using them again in the general election. Okay, fine. Take the best phone program off the table, and what do we have left? Apparently it was Trump Talk. And it was an utter disaster. And so Mac goes in with the guys back in New York and starts fixing the thing. He even offered to fly out there a couple of times. Hey, I'll just tinker with it. And it got better and better and better and better. And what was our final Trump Talk number on election day? 50,000? 50,000 calls from California alone on Trump Talk, this miserable, unworkable system that ended up working because Mac put countless of hours and several bottles of red wine into it to make it work.